This information is so important for our students. Now, when we are going and spending money in a country
Yes.
where we know free education can
Yes.
also happen,
Yeah.
we want our bang for the buck.
What happened? There are public institutions that say we are a free education, but somewhere down the line, they also charge some semester fee from the student.
Because the end objective is not to do research, but to get employment.
If
I'm a good student, should I first look at public universities, and then if I can't get through, then I'm looking at private universities? Or even if I can get into a public university, I should still go to a private university. So welcome guys, welcome to Study Abroad with Piyush. And today we have Karthik from UE Applied Sciences from Germany.
Yes.
And we are going to be talking about, is Germany a good destination for Indian students? And we usually talk about, the visa process or the APS process, and we try to cover the student's viewpoint. But today we have a university's viewpoint on why Indian students are coming to Germany. So before we guys go any further, just wait and subscribe to the channel, because Karthik is going to share with you about a lot of exciting information that will help you to study in Germany. So welcome Karthik, welcome to our channel. Thank you for taking out time, and you are a wonderful guy. You've been, guiding our students for a long time now. Thanks for all the help. Today we are going to be grilling you a little bit, trying to push you a little to share some secrets about Germany. What, according to you, makes Germany, what is the right and wrong of Germany when it comes to Indian students going to study there?
So, first of all, thank you, Piyush, for inviting me on this channel. Talking about Germany, Germany has always been the destination for the international students, but earlier it was not in the limelight.
Yeah.
But from last, if I say 1 hour or maybe 2 years back, now it's coming in the limelight. Why? Because you are seeing the other destinations putting a lot of restriction to the international student, whereas Germany open-handedly inviting student, saying that yes, it's an immigrant-friendly country,
right,
please come here. And they also need somewhere around more than 3 lakhs skilled immigrant workers, because they are facing aging and declining population, right? So that's why. Plus, Germany is also known for their top quality of education, low tuition fee, low you can say living standards is there, where student can actually have a better life. Not only this, student can also get an entire Schengen visa, where not only Germany, student can also travel to entire Europe. That's 29 Schengen countries.
Right.
So that's the power. Plus,
and really beautiful Schengen.
Beautiful, of course. So even student can making money in euros, where student can get a lot of good packages as compared to other countries. Just to give an example, student who have done MBA can earn minimum 50,000 euro to 70,000 euro approximately if he's there in Germany.
And you're sharing examples of Indian students?
Yes.
Who would have graduated from University of Europe?
Who have, of course, graduated from University of Europe, where their MBA is accredited by AMBA, or where their MBA is accredited by AACSB. That's our two recognized body for particularly for MBA programs.
Wow. So, So I actually didn't know that. Double crown, huh? That's pretty good.
Yes.
So understand that, there is, of course, Germany is a large economy, earn in euros, very inviting, right now not restrictive.
Yes.
Although they have also, made their process more stringent. But trying to understand one big barrier, which is of language. Right? Everyone, when we consider, it is not just about, am I able to get a job or not? But when I'm thinking of long term, will I have a social life or not? So what is your view on, need to know German? And if it is that I should know, then what level?
Okay. So I also personally think yes, German is required at some extent if you are there in Germany. But cities like Berlin, Hamburg, that's are the main areas. Usually mainly population, like somewhere around 73% population in these areas can speak English and understand English language. But it also depends on your job, what kind of a job you are doing currently, that's required German language or not. For example, if you have studied from MSc Psychology, you want to become a psychologist now. You are a psychologist. Now you need to know a German language because your everyday task, a day-to-day task is to talking to the older people, talking to the German people. In that sense, you need a German language. Whereas if you're working, for example, in a data science company, in an IT firm, where you don't need to interact every time to German people, where you'll be only interacting with your teammates, staff, the corporate people, I don't think so. You need German language. So for that, University of Europe also helps students to learn German language. So there is one motto of mine: learn German in Germany by German people.
Right.
And we charge 75 euro for 6 months course. And I also recommend you should understand German language till B1 or B2, because B2 is also required for your permanent residency and all these things.
Right.
Yes.
So I think what you said, right? Learn German in Germany by Germans.
Yes.
I think that is so real. I learned Spanish while I was in Mexico from Mexicans. So I don't speak Spanish. I speak Mexican. The slangy Spanish that is spoken there.
Yes.
I had no teacher. I had no clue. But in 6 months, I was fluent.
That's the motto. Is like, if you are learning German in India, you can learn German, but you'll be learning, for example, A1 level till 6 months or maybe 8 months. But in Germany, maybe A1 can be completed in 3 months, maybe 4 months, because you are in this particular environment where everybody is speaking. You can understand the slang.
Right.
There is somebody who can always correct
you. Yeah.
Yes.
I think the most important thing is to try.
Yes.
Don't be shy that you are speaking wrong or writing wrong. Try. People are going to help you out, get through that journey. So you are saying learning German beforehand is not so important, but it is really recommended to get to B2 level while you are studying, and you can learn that while you are in Germany. And like UV, for example, supports in a very inexpensive way.
Yep.
And I bet most universities provide that resource as well.
Yes.
So German language should not be a barrier in the mind of students.
So if you are in the main cities, Berlin, Hamburg, Potsdam, or for example, Iserlohn, that's come under regional area, I don't think so. But yes, if you are going for example, Munich, you're going to Dortmund, you're going to Stuttgart, where people understand English, but when they reply to you, they reply in their own language.
Right.
So it's better you should at least have a minimum idea. If you're going from India, at least A1 level, I would suggest, just to enhance. Right now, you have a lot of options, maybe through YouTube, through social media, and there are some apps that can also help you to start your basic German free of cost.
My friends, guys, are building AirLearn, and it's a fantastic app for learning language. I'll put the link in the description. You can check it out.
Yes.
Coming to which parts of Germany? You mentioned a lot of cities. Is it better to study in large cities? People think there are more jobs, younger people, more English speaking, or smaller towns, which is maybe more traditional, but lesser competition and maybe, easier to find jobs.
Yes.
So what's your take, Karthik, on that?
If you ask me this question particularly, so I'm a person who like to be around with a lot of people because I was born, brought up, raised in Delhi. And for me, I think Berlin is a perfect place where because Berlin is not only the capital, Berlin is also the capital of business and startup hubs. So not only you can find job, you're also living and understanding the culture very well. In case you are that kind of a student who don't like to be there with a lot of population, you want to be there where you can easily focus on your studies, you can do a small job and you're happy with your life, then there are some regional areas. For example, you can go to Iserlohn, that is on the border of Netherlands, and you can live there. So Iserlohn is just like, for example, Chandigarh. I would just emphasize. And Berlin is like Delhi or Mumbai. Yeah. So if you are from Delhi or Mumbai, you can easily do a difference between the cities.
So what are your top 3 large cities and top 3 small towns?
So for me, I think Berlin, because it's the capital. Second, I would say it's Hamburg because it's the second largest city. And third, of course, that's Munich.
Right.
Because students like Munich as well. And the 3 small cities, I would say, that is Iserlohn, second is Stuttgart, and third is Dortmund, I believe.
Perfect. So guys, when you are now researching about Germany, which all cities you can actually prioritize if you are interested in large cities or small towns.
Yes.
So fantastic. And now when we talk in terms of Germany, we want to dissect it through a different angle.
Okay.
Everybody thinks Germany is equal to cars, right? Auto industry. Yeah. Auto industry is slowing down. So what is happening? What should I study in Germany?
Okay. By the way, Germany is also known as the land of poets and thinkers.
Oh, yeah?
Yes. Germany is not about the automobile, mechanical. Germany is more than that. Germany is also about drama, poet, and all these acting things and everything is also there in Germany. When it comes to tech field, because tech is a currently growing market in Germany, even Tesla opened their HQ there, SAP is there, Siemens is there, a lot of big brands are there in Germany. When it comes to particularly cars are also now shifting towards a tech field mainly. If you see, we are now going forward to the cars that operate by their own, work by their own. You don't need any concerned person.
Right, the engine and all that whole thing is going away.
It's
turning into a battery.
Everything will be coming under AI or IT department.
Battery plus software.
Yes. So the demand of software engineering if you see down the line, last 20 years was always evergreen. Currently, software engineers demand is evergreen, and the upcoming 20 years is going to be evergreen industry for software engineers particularly.
So you are saying like for software engineers, it's a great destination.
Not only software, I would say software business, tech entrepreneurs, or maybe people who wants to do something, or maybe a corporate people who have studied, let's suppose, a BCom but wants to explore some different markets. So there are some programs like sports and event management. They have a program like shipping and logistics, where not only you can just emphasize, you can also excel in a different field. Where, just to give an example, for shipping and logistics, one of the biggest corporate partners, DHL.
Right.
DHL in the world is right now one of the biggest pioneer for the logistics, and we have one of them.
No, I was in China in the warehouse of Kuehne+Nagel,
Okay.
which is like a big German shipping company,
Yes.
right? And I mean, they are in Germany. I thought that, it would be some other Nordic country, but they have like global presence. So I think supply chain, logistics, shipping. This industry is also very big in Germany.
And I would like to add one more factor here, Piyush. If you see any transit happen from Germany to India, happen particularly from Hamburg port, because they have the second largest port in entire Europe. So any things coming from Germany is particularly coming from Hamburg, and we also have a campus at Hamburg, right? And we also offer these programs.
You know how he markets UE every time. But yeah, today, what job or careers would you suggest if somebody is looking to stay longer for getting a PR in Germany? What are the careers which are most suitable for that?
So if you see the entire data, where it's perfectly, they have mentioned that they are looking for people from the IT field. As I mentioned earlier, they are looking for people who are doing a job in the green collar, like for example doing something for the society. For example, students who have studied sustainable water management, environmental education, or something related where they can actually support not the city but actually a country. And logistics, of course, and then a business. These are the 4 or 5 industries that are currently looking for the students who can work in these fields.
So guys, now you understand what to go and study Germany, where to study in Germany, and what are the right careers if you are looking for a longer term stay in Germany as well. This information is so important for our students, because when they are thinking of Germany, sometimes we have a lot of cliches, that are there in our mind that we want to kind of break. One of the biggest cliches in Germany is that you go to Germany for free education because there are public universities, then that invite international students to come and study for free. How do you see the students' experience and demand shaping up between public and private universities of Germany, which nobody talks about, but are the fastest growing segment for Germany?
Okay, so if we just see public versus private, usually what happened, there are public institutions that say we are a free education, but somewhere down the line, they also charge some semester fee from the student.
Right.
And I would not say that every student make it to public institution. There are only few candidates that actually make it to the public institution, and public institutions are more into theoretical knowledge.
Right.
Whereas when we come in the picture, we say applied sciences, we more focus on and training, learning experience of the student rather than having a theoretical knowledge. Plus, the public institutions don't have much legal advising or assistance available. When on UE at campus, we have free legal advising or things available for the students, because international students coming from a different part of the world, he need to know the legality of the country, he need to have some of the permits and all those stuff. So usually when students come, they went to different immigrant office and end up paying a lot of money.
Right.
Whereas we charge zero fee. Right. We don't charge a single penny from the student for any legal assistance, advising for anything.
Right, and you never know when you need that kind of support, especially while you're processing your student permits or your work permits post that. Yeah.
In fact, plus we also have a better, I would say, and a longer corporate partners. And just to let you know that UE is one of those institutions in Germany that started job fairs, where we invite 40 or 50 plus companies on campus, and we do a job fair. A student with a CV resume go and meet the institution, meet the companies directly, give the interview, and get selected from there.
But what would you say? If I'm a good student, should I first look at public universities, and then if I can't get through, then I'm looking at private universities? Or even if I can get into a public university, I should still go to a private?
Check out the full video on my YouTube channel. Also, connect with me on social media platforms for more tips and updates.